She was getting a breast exam at the hospital. Then she suddenly noticed the man standing nearby had been staring at her the whole time. She felt a little embarrassed.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Jamie Randall.
Oh, hi.
Intern.
Only then did she let her guard down. She lifted her shirt so the doctor could examine her. But what she didn't know was that Jamie wasn't a doctor at all. He was a pharmaceutical sales rep. The moment she spotted the drug company's logo on his bag, she realized she'd been tricked.
Who said I was a drug rep?
Excuse me, look at your bag!
Realizing he'd been caught, Jamie quickly apologized to Maggie. He figured that with his good looks and a few smooth lines, he could easily win her forgiveness. But Maggie wasn't buying any of it. She pulled a camera out of her bag and snapped a picture of him as evidence. Watching her walk away without looking back, Jamie became even more interested. He was convinced it was only a matter of time before she fell for him. As a seasoned ladies' man, he'd never met a woman he couldn't charm. With nothing but his quick wit and effortless charisma, he could win over anyone, from energetic college girls to elegant elderly women. No one seemed immune to his charm. Even a gorgeous blonde walking by could be drawn in by one playful remark. But despite years of dating countless women, he had never met anyone who truly captured his heart until Maggie came along. She became the safe harbor that finally gave his wandering heart a place to rest. Determined to get her phone number, Jamie sweet-talked one of the hospital nurses into helping him. The moment he got the number, he couldn't wait to call Maggie. To his surprise, she didn't sound shocked at all. It was almost as if she had expected him to call, sensing there was an ulterior motive. She answered him with polite indifference. For once, Jamie's usual carefree attitude was gone. His voice was sincere. He explained what he did for a living and offered her a heartfelt apology for what had happened.
Well, I take my work very seriously.
5 o'clock, Lulu's on Clark.
All right. Bye.
Maggie knew he wouldn't give up until he got an answer, so without much hesitation, she agreed to meet him. They decided to meet at the coffee shop where Maggie worked. Jamie's long-awaited chance had finally arrived. He had rehearsed countless conversation starters before seeing her, but the moment he sat across from Maggie and looked into her bright, gentle eyes, every pickup line he'd rehearsed vanished from his mind. He found himself completely lost in her warmth. Maggie teased him, saying his flirting tricks were outdated, but the slight tremble in her fingers gave away the nervousness she was trying to hide. It was a classic symptom of Parkinson's disease. When she was under stress, Jamie noticed it immediately, so he asked her directly.
Is that a resting tremor?
It's none of your business.
Yeah, your mind's telling you one thing and your body's telling you something else.
Let's go.
Her blunt response caught Jamie completely off guard, but standing in front of a woman who made it impossible not to fall for her, he didn't hesitate for a second. And from that moment on, their relationship became something far more than ordinary. From that day on, no matter where Jamie was, if Maggie called, he would drop everything and rush to her side. Maggie also let down the walls she had built around herself. She became more open, even asking Jamie to meet her while she was working at the coffee shop. But seeing them together so often, day and night, didn't sit well with one of Maggie's admirers. One day, Jamie was doing what he always did, secretly dumping a competitor's sample drugs. This time, he got caught in the act before he even had a chance to react. The man threw a hard punch that sent him to the ground. Before walking away, he left Jamie with a warning.
Stay away from Maggie.
Only then did Jamie realize there was more between that man and Maggie than he had thought. After Jamie kept pressing for answers, Maggie finally opened up about her past. In every relationship she'd had, the moment her partners learned about her illness, they all backed away. The promises they once made had all fallen apart, and with them, her hope for love disappeared. Now, all she wanted was a little happiness in the present, something to ease the loneliness she had buried deep inside. That's why she made one thing perfectly clear. What she and Jamie had was only physical. It wasn't love. Oddly enough, that arrangement suited Jamie just fine, because in his mind, no matter how it ended, he could always walk away without getting hurt. But what he didn't realize was that he was already growing attached to her. He couldn't stop himself from calling Maggie. Even hearing her gentle voice was enough to quiet the longing inside him.
I like hearing the sound of your voice.
Maggie knew Jamie had fallen for her. Without saying another word, she quietly hung up the phone. The chains of illness and the weight of fate had already locked her inside a life where love felt impossible. Now, even something as simple as opening a package had become a struggle. How could she ask the man who loved her to carry the burden of her slowly fading future? So she came up with a plan. She would start taking trips, giving them fewer chances to see each other. But just before she left, Jamie suddenly caught up with her.
I can't talk right now, all right? I'm getting on a bus to Canada.
Canada?
Yes.
Okay, when do you get back?
Never. Tomorrow night, late.
How late?
Unable to escape his persistence, Maggie hurried onto the bus, doing her best to sound cold. She thought that would finally make him give up. What she didn't know was that the time she casually mentioned became the moment Jamie would wait for. Every day after work, he drove straight to the bus station, hoping to catch a glimpse of her. Night after night, his car remained parked outside, waiting patiently for Maggie to come home. Then one morning, the bus she'd been taking finally returned. As Maggie stepped off, exhausted from the trip, the first thing she saw was Jamie. He was still standing beneath beneath the streetlight, exactly where he'd promised. The cold autumn wind tugged at his jacket, but it couldn't shake the determination in his eyes. In that instant, the walls around Maggie's heart finally came crashing down. The woman who had sworn never to fall in love again could no longer hold back her tears, and Jamie, who had spent half his life drifting from one romance to another, finally found a place where his heart truly belonged. With Maggie by his side, Jamie felt like a new man. She gave him the strength to push harder than ever before. Not long after, his company launched a new drug designed to treat erectile dysfunction. Jamie seized the opportunity. He quickly opened up new markets, and with his incredible sales skills, he earned the first real fortune of his life. As life became more comfortable, they finally bought the sports car they had always wanted. But whenever Jamie talked to his family, he couldn't help exaggerating his success.
Yeah, I've already sold 2,000 prescriptions this month alone.
I thought you said it was 1,200 prescriptions.
When Maggie questioned him, Jamie simply looked away. It was then that he finally told her about his past. Jamie had grown up in a family of doctors. His father taught at a medical school. His mother and sister were both physicians. Even his younger brother had a well-paying career. Jamie was the only exception. He had dropped out of high school and spent years selling consumer electronics. His natural charm and movie star looks opened plenty of doors, and years of working in sales had made him an exceptional talker. But those same gifts had become a double-edged sword. They earned him the reputation of being nothing more than a womanizer. They also cost him his sales job. That's when he joined a pharmaceutical company as a drug sales rep. But it wasn't until he met Maggie that he finally found a real purpose in life. For the first time, he wanted to build a career. More than anything, he wanted his family to see how much he had changed. Even though Jamie believed he wasn't good enough, Maggie saw him differently.
You're this talented.
From then on, they built their future together. They worked hard, and they loved even harder. Whenever they had free time, Maggie loved taking pictures. She captured every laugh, every tear, and every precious moment they shared. She carefully turned those memories into home videos and printed photographs. As time passed, those photos slowly covered the walls of their home, becoming a beautiful record of the life they had built together. But that happiness didn't last forever. Maggie's Parkinson's disease began to get worse. Her condition steadily declined. Her fingers grew weaker. Even the simplest daily tasks became a struggle. She wanted to increase her medication, only to realize she couldn't even twist open the bottle cap. For the first time, she was truly afraid of her illness. She feared Jamie would eventually leave her, just like everyone else had. That night, Jamie noticed something was wrong. No matter how hard Maggie tried to hide it, her body had already told him the truth. When he tried to comfort her, she suddenly lost control.
Why? Why? What are you trying to prove? Are you trying to show that you're not a flake?
I almost went home with someone from the clinic today.
Alright.
She wanted to push him away, even if it meant hurting herself. But when Jamie stormed out and slammed the door, the sound of a glass shattering on the floor broke her heart as well. She collapsed, crying uncontrollably. Jamie understood that this was Maggie's way of forcing him to leave before her illness could destroy his life. But hearing her desperate sobs from inside the apartment, he couldn't bring himself to walk away. He turned back, wrapped her in his arms, and became the shelter she desperately needed. A few days later, they drove all the way to Chicago to attend a well-known Parkinson's support conference. There, they met patients living with every stage of the disease. Some had trembling hands, others struggled just to walk, yet every one of them faced life with remarkable courage, sharing their stories with warmth and optimism. For the first time, Maggie truly felt she wasn't alone. The fear she'd carried for so long began to melt away. Meanwhile, in the family lounge, Jamie struck up a conversation with another caregiver. The man told him his wife had reached stage 4 Parkinson's. Jamie eagerly asked how he managed to care for her every day, but instead of offering advice, the man told him to leave Maggie while he still could. He said Jamie should find a healthy woman instead. His wife's illness had nearly broken him. At first, he had cared for her without ever giving up. Later, he had to dress her and feed her every day. Now, he even had to clean up after her. The patience he once had was gone. Sometimes, he admitted he just wanted to escape it all. But Jamie wasn't shaken by what he heard. If anything, it made him want to love Maggie even more. After the conference, Maggie became noticeably brighter. She couldn't stop talking about everything she had experienced there. The hope she had found was only possible because Jamie had never left her side.
I love you. I love you. I love you. I really love you.
After they returned home, Jamie threw himself into researching everything he could about Parkinson's disease. The very next day, he asked a doctor friend to introduce him to leading specialists. After weeks of effort, he finally got in touch with some of the country's top experts. Then he took Maggie from one hospital to another, traveling across city after city. Every appointment meant more tests, more waiting, and another search for answers. They even attended advanced medical conferences, holding on to any hope that a breakthrough might still exist. Then one day, Jamie uncovered an astonishing secret, a secret that had the power to change both of their lives forever.